Hi guys, welcome back to the 31 Days of Yuletide Tarot. My name is Meg and I will be sharing my readings with you today. If you are watching the series, you'll already know, but I will mention it again, that everything I'm using will be linked in the description below, as well as links to my social media if you'd like to get a hold of me outside of YouTube. So to get started with this reading, I'm using a spread for Yule from mystictarot.com. Again, link in the description. Let's get started. This first card I drew is for my health, and this is represented in the Archer. This represents the dawn of new adventure. There's a lot of potential here, and all that you need to do is get yourself started. It's okay to be a little bit scared, but if you're bold and you have the commitment to bettering yourself and putting your endeavors to a creative effort, it will come right. You do have to be on steady footing and take stock of what you want and how to get there. Also, there's the why element to this as well, so potentially you're going to have to do some thinking about your journey in this area. After that, go with your gusto and seize your potential, because it will be fulfilling for you if you just let yourself take flight. This next card I drew is for the wealth of the new year, and I drew the Forest Lovers. This is representation of a positive force for you. Positive force in terms of spiritual forces, creative and emotional energies. And it also represents harmony as well. You want to bring the light of love with you, and you want it to illuminate your dark corners, because that can be cold and scary. And if you come at your situation with love, things will come to you, and they will be your blessings. It also, and the good thing about this is that it also, you'll find balance and you'll find harmony through healing. This next card represents the luck of the new year, and I'm going to have to flip back and forth, so I'm going to switch hands in holding this. But this is represented in the Ancestor, and this represents the idea that you have made a leap and have started a new cycle, whatever that might mean for you. Your instincts have told you that it's time to move on from where you've been, and it may have scared you to do this, but you also realize that the change is already happening. It's already started, and you need to trust your inner voice, because you will get through. And you guys don't know this yet because I haven't talked about it, but this card resonated with me in this spread, so blessed be for getting this card. Okay, this next card represents my friends who I have around me, and I drew the Seer for this. It represents a time where I really need to focus my powers, whether it's intuitive, creative. I need to focus those energies a little bit more. And the reason I need to do this is because I have, I know what my dreams are, I know what my desires are, and there are a lot of them. It's especially to do with the creative process, and these energies are ready to be applied to that. I also just need to get it all out, you know, just vent it. I'm going to get a little deep with this. When I sacrificed a lot for my job. I'm no longer with it, but that meant that my creative endeavors were limited to 1 or 2 days a week, and I couldn't get it all done. So now that I'm not there, let's go. Let's do it. That's what this is telling me, and maybe you're in a situation where you're feeling the same way as I was. Time to let it go. Let's do it. Get creative, get messy, do what you gotta do. The thing with that is, once you do that, you'll be able to bring those energies and give the joy you're experiencing to others. So that's pretty cool, and I like this card. Again, blessed be for this card. Okay. The next card that I drew is going to represent my family, and I drew the World Tree. That is such a pretty card. I love this card. But this marks the end of a journey. The way this particular deck is formatted is that 0 is the Wanderer, and I've noticed that there's a few different titles. The Wanderer in this deck is a thematic analog for the Fool, but in this card, I feel like it's a thematic analog for the World card. In both cases, this signals the end, and it's the end of a cycle, it's the end of a journey. You're experiencing completion and a job, maybe it's not at your full potential, but you've given it your all, and you're going to reach your potential after this particular cycle ends for you. Good thing is about cycles is they start over again, so there you go. So that is for your family, my family, whoever's watching this. Hopefully you can find some relevance to this. The next card I drew was for tradition, and I found this represented in the 7 of Stones. Let's get that in there. This represents healing, and this is another repeat card, I feel, but this also represents the need to step back and let yourself rest and rejuvenate, especially after you've been through a lot of physical, emotional, or psychic traumas. Rejuvenate. This also has to come from a patient and peaceful place, because then you can really recover. Maybe there's a better explanation for that, but that's what I'm interpreting the card to mean, and that is for tradition. This last card is being drawn for the warmth of your situation, what you might be experiencing that's making you happy. I drew the 10 of Stones for this one, and this represents home, and it represents the people in your community that are loving you, supporting you, and it could come from maybe not necessarily your family, but colleagues, lovers, and trusted friends. So that is the spread for Yule. Mystic Tarot, you know where to go. I will be back with more videos. Stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in, and blessed be.